Good morning, my YouTube viewers. It is Palestine here. Welcome to my channel. I just want to take a short-ish video because I got a late start today, and since I've got a late start, I can't make a long video because I have to go to my day job. But over the weekend, I hope that you watched my videos about the Giselle Pellicott assault case, because I was talking about some things, not very nice things that happened in my past, but it's really important to me. And my boyfriend watched the videos because I played them for him, and he said that he learned some things as well, because he said that some things happened before he knew me, and so he learned some things about that. So I do hope that you go back and watch my two previous videos on the Giselle Pellicott case. And so over the weekend I did a Kaggle competition, and data science is just really making a lot of headway. But I decided there's lots of things that I could do with regard to data science, but I don't think I'm ever going to get a job in data science. So I think for the time being, I'm just going to focus on learning how to use the software such as Excel, learning advanced Excel. So last week I was learning about Power Pivot, which is in advanced Excel. I also want to learn Power BI, because I think I can get a free version of that on my computer, and learn how to use software. I don't think I'm ever going to get a job as a data scientist, not in this life anyway, and so I better just focus on a data analyst job, learning how to use the software. So this afternoon when I get home, I have to make a video on the Kaggle competition that I entered, and I also have to do a blog post on the video that I made and put that on Medium Publications. I do that all for nothing. I just get the joy of competing in a competition. That's what I get for that. And then with my boyfriend, I mean, he can't deal with stress, and he has gained a lot of weight, as have I. And so I want him to go to the doctor and get a health check, because I don't want him to have a heart attack. The reason why is because when his father was 42, he had a heart attack and died, but he drank and smoked. And my boyfriend doesn't drink and smoke, but he has put on quite a bit of weight, as have I, and so I want him to get a health check. I don't need to get a health check. I already know I'm not healthy. And then so basically what I wanted to talk about in this video this morning is I've been on anastrozole for 1 year. In August, I went on to anastrozole, which is an aromatase inhibitor, and I have to be on it for 10 years total. So I have 9 years to go, but I'm not sure exactly why they said that I had to be on it for 10 years total. I don't know if it's because I had a high grade of cancer. It was a grade 3, which was a very aggressive cancer. And maybe because I had a high grade of cancer and they thought that there was a good risk of the cancer coming back, they decided that I would have to be on anastrozole for 10 years. And they have two types of aromatase inhibitor. One is anastrozole and one is letrozole, but I don't know what letrozole does. I do know that I don't have any estrogen in my body, and so that means my body's changed. I'm not happy with my body, but I can't do anything about it. If I stop taking the aromatase inhibitors, there's a good chance that the cancer will come back. So I have to keep taking the aromatase inhibitors. even though I'm not happy with my body. And I do watch a lot of YouTube videos about people with cancer. And there's this one woman, and she's really healthy. She's about 5 foot tall, but she's really healthy. And she has a yoga channel, so she makes yoga videos. Well, she was taking tamoxifen because she was premenopausal, or not yet menopausal. But she didn't want to take the tamoxifen, so sometimes she wouldn't take the tamoxifen. And then I think that she stopped taking the tamoxifen before the 5-year point, just because she thought she was healthy and she didn't need it, and the cancer wouldn't come back. Well, the cancer did come back. And she was a young, healthy woman. She was premenopausal. She wasn't overweight, didn't have any weight problems. And she did yoga, you know, nice figure for someone who does yoga. And the cancer came right back. As soon as she stopped taking the tamoxifen, the cancer came right back. And then I read comments from women in the YouTube videos, and the comments from the women in the YouTube videos are that one woman was on anastrozole, and as soon as she stopped taking the anastrozole, after the 10 years that she was supposed to take it, the cancer came right back. So now she had to be treated for the recurrence of cancer, and then now she has to take anastrozole for the rest of her life. So I know I've been on anastrozole for a year. I have 9 years to go. I don't know what's going to happen when I'm not taking the anastrozole anymore, because I had a grade 3 cancer. They didn't tell me what stage I was, so I'm assuming I was stage 1 because it hadn't gone into my lymph nodes. But I did have a grade 3 cancer, which is very aggressive. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have any estrogen in my body anymore, so I'm just pottering around like a little 80-year-old woman, and I have the body of a little 80-year-old woman, and I'm not happy about that. We went to Bournemouth. You may have watched the video I made about when we went to Bournemouth, and I don't want anybody on the beach to see me in a bathing suit, you know, so I'm not going to go swimming on the beach. And so basically I was just stuck there watching people's things, and I didn't want to do that again. That's not an effective use of my time. I don't mind watching people's things for an hour in the morning and an hour in the afternoon, but I don't want to sit there all day long watching people's things while they're out swimming and enjoying themselves, because I'm not enjoying myself watching their things. And then so yeah, I've got the body of an 80-year-old woman now. I've got osteopenia, which is what they call thin bones. So I'm just one step before osteoporosis. So if I fall, I will break a bone. So I have to be sure that I don't fall. I've also got diabetes. I got cancer because I got diabetes, I think. And so I've got diabetic retinopathy, so I have to get injections in my eyes every month or so. And basically the last time I had an injection was in June, and then now I can tell that my eyesight has degraded because I haven't had an injection since June. So I'm assuming I'm going to have injections for the rest of my life. The injections, as soon as the medication that they put in my eye wears off, my eyesight starts to degrade again. Trying to lose weight, trying not to eat very much, but it's hard. Really is hard. And it's hard for me to stay motivated. Like, my boyfriend's on a diet, and he's much more dedicated on his diet than I am. And so a lot's happened in the year that I've been on anastrozole. I've got my Sikh friend. There's been lots of problems associated with my Sikh friend, and so we've had to make lots of compromises because of my Sikh friend. And then my boyfriend can't handle stress, and so I'm trying to get him to get a health check, because I don't want him to have a heart attack. So he's got to get his health checked to find out the state of his health, so we know what we're dealing with. And then I've had 2 lumpectomies and radiation and anastrozole and osteopenia, diabetes. I've got gynecological problems, which I haven't mentioned a lot because I still have my reproductive organs, but I've got fibroids, so that's not very good. I've got hernia. I've got a hiatus hernia right here. Got all kinds of problems. And I checked my blood this morning and it was 8. So, my blood's not good. I'm on 3 diabetic medications and it's 8. And one of the reasons why that is because I'm not really good on my diet. I did stop eating the grapes. I gave up grapes, but now I have an orange. I have an orange every day. And I think because I stopped eating the grapes, that slightly lowered my blood sugar. I'm trying to eat less food, and that's hard. So like maybe 1 piece of toast for breakfast, 1 piece of toast for lunch. And when I come home today, I'm going to put this a squash, some type of a squash, in the air fryer and cook that and eat that, because squash doesn't have a lot of calories. But that's it. That's me. That's my life for the past year. 1 year on aromatase inhibitors. I have 9 years to go. And so basically my body's changed. And I don't want to be seen in a bathing suit. Oh, and my boyfriend and I have started going swimming, but it's £6.50 an hour per person. So what we're doing is we're taking it in turns. So 1 week he pays, and then the next week I pay. So we're taking it in turns. And I also sat down with my sick friend and I calculated how much it costs me just to keep a roof over my head. And that's not including food and clothes and medications and my MS Office account and emergencies like a bed frame and an air fryer, because I'm going to have to get a new air fryer because my air fryer is breaking down. That's going to be £900 a month. So there's this one woman who gambles, and she's asked me to lend her money. Obviously, she didn't say that she wanted it for gambling, but I found out she's been going to this place called Admiral. Well, you go to Admiral because you want to gamble. And I had lent her money 3 times. It wasn't a lot of money, but I didn't realize just how much I have to pay just to have a roof over my head. And I've texted her one time, told her I wasn't lending her any more money because she's been seen going into Admiral. And she came back and she says, I was visiting my uncle and I don't gamble. Well, yes, she does gamble because she was seen going into Admiral. She was seen in Admiral because my sick friend goes to Admiral, and that's something I'm not happy about. But if she or anybody else ever asks me for any money again, I'm going to tell them, I say, I don't have the money. I have to pay £900 a month just to have a roof over my head. And that's not including food, clothing, medication, MS Office, and emergencies like bed frames and air fryers and Christmas presents. So I'm going to say I don't have any money to lend you. Really sorry. I don't have any money to lend you. I don't have any money to lend myself. If you need money, you need to ring the council or ring the DWP and tell them that you can't live on the money that they're giving you. Because I don't get to wear new shoes. I wear the same shoes, the same sandals that I've been wearing for years. I bought 1 pair of sandals at TK Maxx and it was green, and I already had a green pair of sandals, so I didn't need it. So I just got to hang on to that until I need it. And then I get maybe 1 pair of shoes a season, and I wear the same shoes over and over and over again until they break. And then when they break, I get a new pair of shoes. And I do have some nice shoes, but there's no point in me wearing nice shoes when I have to walk to work and walk all over the place where I'm working. And then I don't get new clothes. I got some new summer clothes, which I showed you my clothes. And I had to get them because we're in a heat wave. And the UK now is in a drought. And I didn't have a lot of summer clothes. I didn't have hardly any summer clothes. And I certainly didn't have summer clothes to wear to work. So I had to go get some new summer clothes just so I would have something to wear to work. And then I can't get clothes from the handouts anymore because Queen's Arms is not giving clothes out anymore. So I have to go to cheap places to get clothes like Poundland, Primark, Swag, and charity shops. So that's it. That's it. And also, I didn't get PIP. That's personal independence payment, even though I've got cancer and diabetes and diabetic retinopathy and osteopenia. I didn't get PIP, but I know people much younger than me and much healthier than me who get PIP. And then so I think I know 3 women who get PIP, and these women have mental illness, and 1 woman has unresponsive paranoid schizophrenia, so she has to take clozapine, and she's also diabetic, so she gets PIP. Another woman has severe depression, and she harms herself, and she's got and has had cancer and a mastectomy, so she gets PIP. And another woman has EUPD, that's emotionally unstable personality disorder, and she harms herself, and she has to have carers come in, administer her medication, and cook her meals, and she gets PIP. But I know 2 men who get PIP. They're much healthier than me, much younger than me, and much healthier than me. They go on holidays with their PIP. And one of them had a stent put in his heart, but that was his own making because he's an alcoholic. And another one is a real weirdo because he goes around yodeling, and he says he's writing a book using AI. He's not going to get that published. Any publisher is going to know if a book's been written by AI. So that's it for my year on aromatase inhibitors. So now I have 9 years to go. So next August, I will be making you another video about my 2nd year on aromatase inhibitors and let you know how that year went as well. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for taking an interest in my pathetic life.